rooms for Muslims
I saw
now.
that story.
This is a growing threat, the likes of which we don't even understand.
Yeah,
we've never seen this.
All right, so we've got Mike Davis. Mike, I'm going to welcome you in really quick. Mike Davis from the Article 3 Project. Welcome to the show, brother. It's been too long, and I'm so excited to chat with you about Bolton and all this stuff. But I would be remiss. I missed a very obvious thing that I needed to talk about on the show, and that's our University of Oklahoma tour stop that we had last night with TPUSA. Over 6,000 people, Mike Davis, which I'm told is the largest political event in the history of the state of Oklahoma. Apparently Trump had a rally that was probably around 5+, and this was bigger. And lines out the door. We had Governor Stitt was there to open it. We had Savannah Chrisley, and we had Russell Brand, who I was getting notes all last night. They're like, this is wild, but the kids are eating it up. I mean, he was really going for it. And he had a viral clip where he was talking about, you need to be bold for Jesus. We have a revival going on. You need to stand up and be strong for your faith. So hat tip to the folks on our field team that set that all up, and for the University of Oklahoma, an amazing, amazing triumph. And we just can't find venues big enough. And now we have J.D. Vance and Erica Kirk that are going to be at Ole Miss in Oxford, Mississippi. And then we've got Eric Trump, Laura Trump, Benny Johnson, and I'm missing one. Oh, Coach Tuberville are going to be at Auburn on November 5th. So we've got more tour stops coming up. Those are going to be hot tickets. Hot tickets. Mike, I can't get you one. I'm so sorry. So, anyways, welcome to the show, Mike. I had to do that because it was last night, and it was just too good and a total triumph for the team. Mike, welcome back to the show. You're also joined by Mikey McCoy, Charlie's chief of staff, and now just chief of staff of Turning Point.
There you go.
Yeah, the chief. So welcome to the show, Mike.
Well, thank you for all you guys are doing to continue Charlie's legacy. You guys are doing outstanding work, and you're really stepping up, and you have big shoes to fill, but you guys are doing remarkable work every day, as evidenced by that Oklahoma rally. So hat tip to you guys.
Thank you so much, Mike. And it can't be said enough, there is nobody like Charlie Kirk. He is a once in a generation talent, a giant. He is his legacy, I do believe, in this country will be eternal. And there's, of course, his empty seat. We will not fill it. And it's a reminder to us of what was robbed from us and what was taken from this country and this world. But J.D. Vance said something on the show this week. He just said, if each one of us takes a piece and we all do our part and we keep the legacy alive, I think that's the only way to look at it, candidly. It's like, no, I mean, if you asked me to try and do 98% of the things Charlie did, I just would fail in a very ugly public display of failure. But maybe I can do 2% of what he did, and maybe Mike, you can do 2%, and Mike, you can do 2%, and together we can sort of fill in the gaps. And Charlie would want us to try. That much I know. So, Mike, you haven't been on the show since it all happened, so I want to at least give you the opportunity to just kind of reflect on this last month, and what's it meant to you, and what are you seeing?
It's I don't really get sad. I get angry, and I get determined, and I'm still boiling with anger about this. These leftists think that they can just kill their political enemies. They take out a father, a husband, a political leader, a good man, and it's not going to work. It's just going to make me triple down. It's going to make you two triple down. There's no way in hell we're going to go away, and there's no way in hell they're going to stop us. I remember I had to do a speech just a couple days after this happened, and it was just a Lincoln Day speech in rural Colorado, and they were worried about security, and I'm nothing compared to Charlie Kirk. I'm like 0.1%, and they were trying to tell us to cancel this speech for death threats and security reasons, and I said, there's no way in hell we're going to do this. That's exactly what the left wants. That's exactly what these demonic forces want, these Marxist forces. Like I always say, this is not our parents' or grandparents' Democrat Party. These aren't liberals who love America and just disagree with conservatives on the best way to get there. They're leftist, they're Marxist, they're demonic, they hate America, they're trying to destroy us from within, and they don't want to debate us, they want to kill us. And we need to go in with that mindset that we have to destroy these demonic forces legally, politically, and financially. And that I am tripled down on that effort after what they did to Charlie.
Well said, Mike, and I love that. And every time I hear somebody say something like that, I don't know about you, Mikey, but it gives me more courage, to keep going. So I know that we're not alone in this. I know there's an army of us, very peaceful army, but we are very, very serious. And so I just thank you for saying that. It really means a lot. Are you ready to drop up to 20 pounds or more by the new year? At PhD Weight Loss, they've cracked the code with their metabolic reset system, a science-backed method that gets your body to burn fat first. The program is simple. They tell you when to eat, what to eat, and customize the program to your body's needs and your schedule. But that's not the best part. PhD is the only program that guarantees your success and your results. No starving, no endless workouts, no risky drugs, just a smarter system that resets your metabolism, shrinks dangerous belly fat, and keeps the weight off permanently.
PhD can help you too, and they won't let you fail. Give them a call and schedule your weight loss consultation and see if the program is right for you. Call 864-644-1900. That is 864-644-1900.
When you call right now, they'll waive your consultation fee. You'll get 2 extra weeks free, and they'll cover the cost of your food during the program. And just for booking, you'll receive Dr. Ashley's book, 5 Steps to Reset the Scale. Hurry. The offer is only good in October, so call now. Mention the code New Year. Call 864-644-1900. That's 864-644-1900, or visit their website at myphdweightloss.com. That's 864-644-1900, and mention code New Year, or visit their website at myphdweightloss.com. Mike, you mentioned legally, and it's funny actually. Before the show started, I was like, "Hey, we got Bolton. Bolton's busted. Mishandling of classified information." And Mikey goes, "That's it?" I was like, "Well, we got Comey too." And he goes, "Well, what about
it's just
Fauci?"
Like,
you start. I mean, yeah.
This should just be the start, and I feel like a lot of conservatives feel this way, that this should just be the start. And what you saw at the left is they arrested people for being on the footsteps of the Capitol for January 6th, and they broke into their homes in front of their children and arrested them and put them behind bars.
I was just texting with Siaka Mosaquai.
Yeah.
Siaka I think he stood inside for like a couple seconds or something. I can't remember the details of this case, and took a picture and walked out, and they came and raided him with his wife and his new baby. So she's pregnant. It's terrible stuff. And not to mention that, but the Catholic churches, what Fauci, 15 days to slow the spread, and there was no gain of function. I get it. We're all upset about all these things, but I love, just so you know where Mikey's head is at. Mikey's like, I want more.
Smith, Merrick Garland, Fauci, Hillary. We want more. Bring us more.
Yeah. And
let me promise you guys this. These are the appetizer indictments, and just wait for the main course. And the main course, as I have very publicly called for the last 3 years on Charlie's show, on the 5,000 other media hits where I've been a total media whore for 3 years since the Mar-a-Lago raid, we need to open up a special grand jury in Fort Pierce, Florida, for conspiracy against rights. That's where they did the Mar-a-Lago raid, Fort Pierce, Florida. A special grand jury to investigate all of this lawfare, going back to the Russian collusion hoax, Hillary's campaign, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary, Brennan Clapper, Comey, Andrew Weissman. This is an ongoing criminal conspiracy. There's no statutes of limitations. Problem 18 U.S.C. Section 241, conspiracy against rights, when you politicize and weaponize intel agencies and law enforcement to go after your political enemies, like they did to Trump, like they did to his top aides like Bannon and Navarro and Jeff Clark, like they did to his supporters on January 6th when they persecuted them, like they did to parents, Christians. Well, there is going to be accountability. I'm going to make damn sure that happens.
Well, I love that. And here's what's crazy about what's happening right now. I've been hate watching MSNBC for the last 2 days, and I'm learning a lot, actually. So every so often, what you do is you watch it, and then the commercials come on, and you turn it off, so that you don't give them any credit for that. That's what I do. No, I'm kidding. I don't have that much time or attention to pay to it. But I have been hate watching it, and they are sullen. They were like, they have completely weaponized the justice system, and you hear that in John Bolton's statement saying, "I'm the latest victim of Trump's weaponized." So now they spent 4 years coming after all of us. And I have stories. Eight. Well, sure, absolutely. I just mean, but especially during the Joe Biden administration, now they're crying victim. They're crying victim, and they're going to rip the country apart when they get their just desserts. It's absolutely, totally par for the course for these Democrats and these far left DSA socialists running around within their ranks, because we actually know who's the neck that's turning the head right now and will eventually become the head. We all know where this is going. The Democrat Party is going far, far left. In the wake of President Trump's election victory, we all asked the question: are they going to moderate? Are they going to go far left? Well, they're going farther left. So, Mike, we've been chatting here, but please give us 2 minutes on what is in this Bolton indictment. I've been, when I say I hate watch MSNBC, they're saying it's very serious. What's inside this indictment?
This is a very serious indictment. It's by career federal prosecutors in the District of Maryland working with career federal prosecutors in the National Security Division at Main Justice. Certainly not Trump territory. And they got this 18-count indictment where John Bolton, and there's statements from John Bolton where he knows what he's doing is clearly a violation of the Espionage Act, because he has made statements in the past that you can't do this stuff, and he did it anyway. He sent classified documents, highly classified documents, via email. So he shared classified documents, and then he retained classified documents. There are 18 felony counts under the Espionage Act. This evidence is very damning. These are highly classified documents. It's top secret, even beyond top secret codename stuff that is like SCI, SAP, secure compartment information, and special access programs at the DoD. This is very, very, very damaging stuff if it becomes public. So I would say this to John Bolton: if these allegations are true, which they appear to be true, then he's going to go to prison probably for the rest of his life.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, some of these comments, in these exchanges because he sent, basically the allegations say he's emailing, classified information to 2 other parties. He's also keeping notes. He's taking things home. All of this is against the law, of course. And then this ended up getting into the hands of the Iranians. So his emails get hacked, and now they have a treasure trove of classified United States intel, which is ironic because of all the countries he most wanted to bomb to smithereens, it was probably Iran. He's a neocon of the first right. So here's what I would say. This is the comments that he was making in these email exchanges. More stuff coming! Exclamation! 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 None of which we can talk about. Shh. It's it's not good, folks. We're just going to read some of your emails. Freedom@charliekirk.com. Freedom@